Y'all ever seen the videos? It's like the worst she could do is say no. I watched a video, bro walked up to a shorty and he was like, oh, like you look real pretty, da 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 da. She said, you're not gay? Start stuttering, bro. What you mean I'm not gay? And she was like, I don't know, you just look like, you know, you gay. The worst thing she could say is no. I know we've all seen videos about, and we're about to see why that is and what's actually causing this. Also, down in the description, I have a link to my Discord as well as my Instagram. Y'all can definitely lock in with me and send me messages of videos you want to see me react to. But other than that, let's get into the video. This video is by Remy Renee.
Women all over the world are dressing up, stepping out, giving green lights, and still going home alone. They're smiling, they're waiting, and nothing happens. They post about it. They make TikToks about it. Some even go viral saying, can we please bring back the men that are walking up to women? But you know what most men say back? Nope, I'm good.
Okay, so not only do men not approach women in clubs in New York, but they don't even acknowledge you when you come and sit on the same table as them.
So what happened? Why did men stop approaching women? It wasn't overnight. Something deeper shifted socially, emotionally, and even psychologically. And what you're about to hear might just make you feel a little more understood than you've had in a long time. This isn't just a dating trend. This is happening everywhere, from clubs in New York to gyms in LA, from college to coffee shops, you name it. There's a noticeable silence. And if you think women aren't noticing it, they are. You can scroll through any social platforms and find posts like, I was dressed up, I smiled at a guy, and nothing. We made eye contact 3 times, he never came over. Where did all the confident men go? But here's the twist, they're still here. They're just quiet now. Because for a growing number of men, it's not about shyness. It's not about fear. It's about self-preservation. It's about looking at the rules of the game and realizing the game doesn't serve them anymore. And once you understand what happens in gyms and clubs, you'll realize the silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Let's talk about one of the most important battlegrounds in this debate, the gym. For years, women online have said, stop looking at me. Don't bother me when I'm working out. Creeps at the gym need to be exposed, they say. And guess what? Men listen. So now, men keep their distance. They avoid eye contact. Some even change gyms altogether just to avoid the risk of being filmed, shamed, or even misunderstood. And here's the irony. That same gym is now filled with women asking, why won't anyone approach me?
And the thing is, a big thing is misunderstood. Huge thing is misunderstood because there's a huge difference between the guy that looks good that a girl likes, you know, giving her the eyes in the gym versus the guy that she doesn't like and thinks is hideous and he's giving her the eyes in the gym. They can do the exact same thing, but one is a creep and the other is flirting or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's kind of the biggest thing. It's like, it's not about what you do, it's about who you are doing it. And you know, if you know you not him, like you know you just not walking around Himothy, you not going to actually try to even gamble in that game because you don't want to be called a creep just because shorty doesn't find you to be her preference. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Where are all the confident men? What happened to real masculinity? You want the truth? It got pushed out. It was called creepy, it was called aggressive, and it was called doing too much. And after enough times of being shut down.
And I wish this wouldn't have happened like this if it wasn't packaged the way it was packaged. Because if shorties were like, cute guys are fine to look at me at the gym. I don't want ugly motherfuckers looking at me at the gym. Just keep it a stack. Just keep it 1,000. I don't want ugly motherfuckers looking at me at the gym. I don't want ugly motherfuckers walking up to me. You know what I'm saying? Know yourself. If that was what was packaged, it would be like, okay, you know, if you're not ugly or you think a shorty in your league, you know, you might be able to walk up to her. But when you just package it as, yo, dudes need to stop walking up to me in the gym because ugly dudes is walking up to you in the gym. You know, you need to be more specific. You know what I mean?
Mocked or mischaracterized, men just left the conversation. They didn't argue. They just stopped. They stopped approaching. They stopped risking it. They stopped trying because what used to be charming is now problematic. And when even a polite hello can turn into a viral takedown video, why even try? Now, let's talk about the clubs. Back in the day, clubs were the hunting ground, the energy, the chase, the fun. But go out now, you'll find more people staring at their phones than dancing. VIP tables full of bored faces. Guys standing around just sipping their drinks like they were a security guy. Why? Because clubs flip the script. Women now get in free. Men pay to enter, pay to sit, pay to drink, pay to exist. And when they finally get the courage to talk to someone, you, don't touch me. Oh, you're not my type. Why are you talking to me? It's not a party anymore. It's a trap. Men are realizing that they're just paying to be ignored. So they stay home. They work out, they invest, they level up in silence because that's where they're valued. That's where they feel safe. But let me ask you something. What happens when women miss the attention they used to swat away? That's where we're heading next. Number 3, the attention drought. So now here we are. The gyms are quiet. The bars are empty. They're dry. And suddenly, women are starting to notice. They're posting TikToks like, nobody flirts anymore. Men don't say hi in public anymore. I can walk down the street in full glam and nothing. And this is where it gets interesting because not that long ago, those same women were annoyed. When a man complimented them at the gas station, when a stranger said they looked beautiful, when a guy politely tried to strike up a conversation, it was, why are you bothering me? I didn't ask for attention. Ugh, men are so thirsty. But now that it's gone, that attention feels different. It's not annoying anymore. It's not creepy. It's not a problem. It's missed because deep down, even when a woman isn't interested in a guy talking to her, she still wants to be wanted. And when that spotlight disappears, it hits different.
And honestly, that was good plays on men's part. That was the best plays. Honestly, that was great plays. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us talking to them. So we stop talking to them until they want us to talk to them. You know what I mean? That's bro, that's the best plays. Niggas keep doing what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Hold down, keep it solid. Cause after they have rewired in their brain that they do want some male attention, then that's when the dudes will start coming back. And when the dudes start coming back, it's gonna be a lot more successful for dudes, more fruitful. You know what I mean? But yeah.
That dopamine hits from being noticed. That tiny confident boost from a stranger smiles. That little ego lifted from knowing you still got it. Yeah, that silence gets real loud. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about male validation. It's not about making women feel dependent or needy. It's about the natural dynamic between masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy pursues, feminine energy attracts. But if men are walking away, the balance disappears. And when the balance disappears, you get a generation of women who ask, where are the men who used to try? Where's the romance? Where's the spark? They're not gone. They're just done performing for an audience that boos them for showing up. And you know what's crazy? Some men do still want to approach, but the fear isn't rejection anymore. It's something much worse. We'll talk about it next.
Y'all ever seen the videos? It's like the worst she could do is say no. Bro. And niggas start getting roasted. I watched a video, bro walked up to a shorty and he was like, oh, like you look real pretty, da 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 da. She said, you're not gay? What you mean? He said, niggas start stuttering, bro. Niggas said, what you mean I'm not gay? And she was like, I don't know, you just look like, you know, you gay. The worst she could say no, bro. The worst thing she could say is no. Bro recorded the whole interaction, bro. He recorded the whole interaction just for him to get called a homosexual. Nigga walk up to a shorty trying to strike a conversation and get called a homosexual. We're cooked. We're cooked, bro.
Number 4, it's not rejection they fear, it's damage. Let's be honest. Most men can handle rejection, but what they cannot handle anymore is the damage that comes with it. This isn't high school where you shoot your shot and move on. Now, one awkward approach can turn into a tweet. A private compliment can turn into a creep alert story time. And the same men who used to hear, oh, that's sweet, now hears, oh, that was harassment.
The thing is, like I said, bro, is if you're chopped, then it's harassment. If you look good, if you a 6'8" nigga with dreads, it's no longer harassment. It's just a nigga trying to riz. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. That's the problem. There's no clear lines. You know what I'm saying? And as a dude, you can't really tell if a shorty rocking with you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, am I the creep that walks up to this girl, or am I the guy that's just trying to riz that she, you know, might interact with, laugh, giggle and shit, or is she gonna be like, bro, like, please get the fuck away from me? Or is she even in the mood to be walked up to? How do you even know? You know, there's so many different things. Like, shorty, I'm just here to be with my friends. You know what I mean? You went to the club to be with your friends. I mean, I guess, but like, it's like, damn, nigga, as soon as the nigga try, nigga get shot down like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of videos though of like, I don't know if it's girl videos, just like a compilation of different videos, but like guys will approach women and they'll let them down easy and tell them to keep shooting. You know what I mean? Be like, oh no, like sorry, but thank you, I really appreciate you walking up to me. You know, keep doing what you're doing. You know, there's gonna be a shorty that says yes. You know what I mean? And you know, it's probably like, damn, it's a no, but like, you know, I'm keeping niggas' spirits up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas' spirits are very low in spirit right now. No cap.
I didn't ask for that. This guy gave me the ick. That word ick, oof. It's everywhere now. It's not just I'm not interested. It's a label. It's public.
It's random as fuck. An ick. Oh, when you walked up over here to me, I saw you like almost stumble. It just really gave me the ick. Bitch, there was a pebble. I don't know, bitch. What do you mean the ick? How I gave you the ick? You know what I mean? I don't like the way that you danced. You gave me the ick. The ick. The fuck is the ick? We need to delete that word. We need to really fucking delete that word. Or we need a male version of ick. Oh no, that's bad plays. If we had a male version of ick, it would tear down the earth, my nigga. Shorty start doing some shit. She like laugh weird or whatever, and be like, you gave me the ick, shorty. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, that'd be bad. That would be too bad. But it will be fair. You know what I'm saying? Shorty do some shit like, damn, that was too masculine. That shit gave me the ick. Oof. You know what I mean? That shit will hit crazy.
It's a shame. So ask yourself this. If a man sees you smile, he hesitates. Because in his head, he's not just thinking, will she like me? He's thinking, will she record me? Will she tell her friends? Will she make me a joke online? It's not just ego, it's dignity. And that's what men are protecting now. Not their pride, their peace. And let's not forget the emotional cost. A man gets rejected once, fine. Twice, sure. But after 10, 20, 30 rejections, you don't get just
30 rejections is crazy. My nigga, you get 30 rejections, you need to restart thinking your game, brother. You know, it's probably deeper than that. You really need to start reorganizing your brain. You need to start like reevaluating shit. 30 L's in a row. I know they say like just keep shooting, but like 30. Hey, bruh. Yo, I pray for niggas like that. Niggas like that got a different level of drive, got a different level of confidence. You know what I'm saying? After rejection number 4, nigga gotta start thinking like, whoa, maybe I'm not who I thought I was.
It's numb. You start to believe, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not attractive. Maybe I was never supposed to win at this. So they stop trying, not because they're weak, but because they've learned to stop chasing things that punish effort. They're not scared, but they're tired. They're tired of being misunderstood, tired of being mocked, tired of being treated like their desire is dangerous. So what do? They focus inward, they build, they heal.
They start gooning. Bruh, I'm gonna watch another video later about gooning, public gooning and shit. But yeah, don't goon. You know what I'm saying? That word, that's just a bad word. I feel like that word should have never been made. You know what I'm saying?
They level up quietly. They pour into themselves because the return is actually worth it. But what if I told you some women still want men to approach, but certain ones? That's where things get real messy. We'll get into that next. Number 5, the selective approach trap. Let's talk about what women really mean when they say, I want men to approach me. Because the truth is, they don't mean all men. They mean the tall ones, the charming ones, the ones with the sharp jawline, clean sneakers, and the right energy. If you're not that guy, then suddenly, why did he even think that he had a chance? Did you see who tried to talk to me today? He was like 5'8". I just can't. Here's the kicker though. The same man who gets labeled creepy by one woman could be called bold, sexy by another. Just because he fits her type. It's not about the approach. It's about the approacher. So men learned quickly. It's not safe to just try anymore. If I'm not her exact idea of perfect, I'm not just rejected. I'm embarrassed.
And that's the truth. That, like I said, man, it's about who you are, not what you saying or what you doing. And you can't tell at the end of the day. You'll never be able to tell. You know, you could walk up to a shorty. She's like, I only date 6'9" Caucasian men. You're like, what? What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, what the shit's going on? And that's just her preference, which is fair. But it might fuck you up mentally. And that's really like the problem. And dudes, the guy that all the girls want to approach them, have enough women openly trying to have them approach them to where they don't even necessarily need to approach women. So after those niggas get cut out, because now them niggas aren't going to approach you. You know what I'm saying? The 6'8" nigga, he's not going to approach you, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Chances are, unless you just one of those. But like, you want a nigga that's like almost like above your league ultimately. And to get a nigga that's above your league to walk up to you, chances are he's about to really fuck your head up. Or he's just trying to smash. Or like all these different things. Like, for the most part, that shit bad plays. So, yeah, we're in a place where it's like, you're only going to get approached by niggas that feel like they on the same level as you. And if they're not on the same level as you, they are, you know, maybe above you, but they won't approach you. So now you just in a place where you just got niggas that are on your level or below your level, but you don't even know your level because you can sleep with a nigga that's above your level. You know what I mean? Anyway.
And when rejection turns into humiliation, men shut down. Not because they're fragile, but because they've been taught effort without perfection is offensive. Think about that. Trying is offensive now. Let's go deeper. Women will say, I want men to be confident. But when they get approached by someone who they don't want, it becomes, that was so awkward. Oh, he was too forward. Can you believe he thought I was into him? So what's the lesson? Only the right guy is allowed to approach. And how do you know if you're the right guy? You don't until it's too late. So again, men stop trying, not because they don't value women, but because they don't feel valued by women. Now, let's be fair. Some women are respectful, yes. They appreciate the gesture, even if they're not interested. But unfortunately, the internet has made the worst reaction the most viral. And that's the
Facts.
message men are absorbing. Say the wrong thing, get exposed. Look the wrong way, get labeled. Try at the wrong time and get embarrassed. It's not romance anymore, it's roulette. And men are betting on something else now, themselves. But there's one last layer to this. One reason men are walking away, even from women they want. And once I say it, you'll understand everything. Number 6, peace greater than pursuit. Let's bring this home. Here's the one reason so many men have stopped approaching women, even when the attraction is real. They're not chasing connection anymore. They're chasing peace. That's it. Not power, not control, not games, nothing. Just peace. And for a lot of
That's the truth. That is very true. It makes a lot of sense, because you'll see niggas that live alone, niggas light candles at night and shit, and be like try to really just find peace within themselves and all that shit. And niggas are fine doing that shit, which is weird, which is odd, because it's like, you want a girl, but you're like, at the end of the day, I'm fine being by myself. And even if I did have a girl, will that make my situation better, or would that make my situation worse? You know what I'm saying? Niggas are finding different avenues to be okay by themselves. And it's all cool, fun and games, awesome when shorties, they look good, all that. A lot of men would want to pursue them, but they're fine being like, no, I'm going to be by myself and happy by myself and in my feminine energy by myself. But as soon as young, successful niggas with bread, all type of shit, like, niggas is happy being with themselves, now it's like, damn, y'all niggas hiding the snacks. You know what I mean? So, and then even them niggas, like, men are fine with, like, the bare minimum of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what niggas always got at the end of the day. So, a nigga's fine with talking to shorties, texting shorties, smashing shorties, but then they go home and then they lay in their bed, be at peace. And they're like, yo, I don't even care. Like what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I got everything I need for myself. And then I also could get shorties. I could smash shorties. I could do whatever. And I could still just be happy by myself. Whenever I need that companionship, I get it. And then I mind my fucking business. And that is kind of what's happening, and it's not good, but it's just the world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? All the shorties are fighting over the top 10% of men, and because of that, the top 10% of men are smashing all the shorties, and then all the shorties that are in the range of smashability by those top percent of men are getting smashed and think that their level is that man when it's not. So everybody under that, they're like, you really ain't on shit. And that's how we end up in this never-ending cycle, ultimately.
men walking up to a woman, even if she's smiling, even if the vibe seems right, doesn't feel peaceful anymore. It feels like pressure. It feels like risk. It feels like stepping into a space where one wrong word can cost you your reputation, your confidence, or your whole night. Men are tired of rolling the dice on social energy that doesn't give back. They'd rather build a business than build false hope. Go to the gym than get ghosted. Read a book than read mixed signals. Work on their legacy than wonder what her maybe means. This isn't weakness. This is evolution. And the craziest part, men still want connection. They still.
When she says that's kind of crazy if you really think about it. Like, evolution wise, we might in the next 20, 30 years, we might really be in a place where women are trying to get men, and men are just like focusing on making money and trying to get swole and all that shit, and then women are just trying to get the men. That would be a sick world. No, it probably wouldn't be that bad. But still, like, men just getting strong, trying to get money, working, doing all this shit, and women have to try to get them. That's funny as shit. That would be terrible. But yeah, it might not be terrible, but evolutionary in the sense of evolution. If shorties don't want to be walked up to by men anymore, and men stop walking up to women, like as a whole, at some point women gonna start walking up to men, and then they gonna realize they don't got no game. Imagine a world where you out with your homies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas just came from playing basketball in the gym. You know what I'm saying? You make six figures and shit. You walk around. You chilling with the bros. A shorty walk up to you. Hey, so like I seen you from across. You like, oh my god, bruh. And then you like, yeah, I just thought you were really cute, and like I want to see if I get like your Instagram. Nah, I'm sorry, I'm not really like interested type shit. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm just here with my boys. I'm just trying to be with the boys right now, and you walking up and trying to interrupt that. Like I'm just trying to be at my peace. You know what I'm saying? And then you be like why would you even think to walk up to me? And you curve her, or you call her. You be like, that's like ick, ill. She gave me the ick. You turn around to your bros. Bruh, she just gave me the ick with that shit, bro. Why the fuck she walk up to me? She don't see the boys vibing? That would be fucked.
Want to protect. They still want to lead. They still want love. Real, deep, grounded love. But not at the cost of their sanity. Not at the cost of being treated like predators for offering a compliment. Not at the cost of being mocked, recorded, or even ridiculed, or for being vulnerable enough to try. So they stop, not because they gave up, but because they just woke up. You want to know why men are not approaching women anymore? Because for the first time ever, they learned how to approach themselves. And that kind of peace, it's hard to walk away from. If you're a woman watching this, let this be a moment of understanding, not blame. Because a lot of the silence you feel is a silence you once asked for. And if you're a man watching this, I see you. I see the effort you used to give. I see the hesitation now. And I see the strength in how you chose peace over performance. But here's the good news. Connection isn't dead. It just needs clarity. If you're open to love, being open to giving signals that are clear, and if you're a man who's healed, built and found peace, don't close off your heart forever. Just protect it better this time.
But anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.